traders and investors will be green this week. We have a lot to go over, so I'm not even going to talk about the earnings. I post them in the Discord, but there is a lot of earnings again this week. Some names that we watch, like Palantir, Roblex, Plug, have earnings this week. It's been a very bullish last couple of weeks. This market feels like it still wants to go higher. We do have some important econo data this week. 8:30 Wednesday CPI. We've been talking about that. 8:30 Thursday PPI, and Friday 10 a.m. consumer sentiment. There's also a lot of Feds speaking, and they are sounding super hawkish after the jobs numbers come out. Don't pay that any mind. There is no FOMC meeting for about 6 weeks. So a lot of people were thinking that this would have been, people were betting on it, like betting the farm on it, that there would be no more rate increases. And then that job number looks like there probably will be more rate increases. And like I say, Feds have been super hawkish. But as we say, price pays. Follow the price action. There's always going to be news. There's always going to be some kind of FUD. So just, let that pass. Fed speaking can give nice intraday moves, but for the overall market, I wouldn't let it affect my trading right now. One thing I am worried about is everybody has gotten super, super, super bullish. And if this market does turn, people are going to get burnt because you have to change with the market. So if the market does pull back, you have to accept it and trade like that. So let's just be careful. If we do pull back this week, we are still overheated a little bit. So if we do pull back this week, make sure you keep an open mind and look for that type of setup. Just follow the price. So we have a lot of charts to go over, so let's just get right into it. So AMC, big move Friday off earnings, dividend news, big push here. We covered that in the recap video, but a big push. We're over the 200. Let's see where that goes. If the apes want to push it up, now's time. Definitely going to keep an eye on it. Put the call ratio, we are still at 86. So this is neutral. We have not spent much time in this area basically this year. So hopefully we can start working our way towards the bullish zone. This is the oscillators for the NASDAQ, and 232 overheated. The New York Stock Exchange. We pulled back Friday, was nice. We pulled back to 142. So we're still hot there, hotter than what we would really want to be. Preferably be under the 100 mark. But that's a lot better than the NASDAQ. Tech is on fire. Advanced decline lines, everything is on fire with tech. This is the SPX weekly chart. Basically the S&P 500. We took that 20 out last week. We're still holding it. The dollar. So the dollar tried to push up some Friday. We'll see. It did get back above the 9, got stopped out at the 20. You remember, we need the dollar to pull back. The dollar pulling back helps for a stronger market. So seeing it kind of putting in a bottom here, we would prefer to see it pull back. You can see it tested the 50 here, pushed up. You can see it tested the 50 here, pushed up, tested the 50 here, pushed up, come down, tested that 50. So, there's a good chance the dollar may push up here. The VIX still in the downtrend. VIX 15. Crude still under the 200-day, still in a downtrend. I wouldn't be surprised to see this push up a little bit, just to come up for a flag. It's riding the outside of the Bollinger Bands. Our trend chart, long term still bearish. Medium term is now bullish. Short term trend is bullish as well. Apple has made one really nice move. Been on fire. Now it has formed this nice, saucer, rounded bottom, cup, however you want to look at this. We have a nice pattern here. Normally when this happens, we're a little overextended here. So I would like to see Apple pull back at least to the 9 here, just to pull back to the 9 and maybe get another push off the 9. As long as it holds this 9 and 200, I'm good with it. Could even pull back to the 20 and it still be healthy. AMD, another strong move, riding outside of this Bollinger Bands. Once again, I would like to see it pull back to the 9 so we could get more of a buy the 9 strategy there. AMD's weekly chart, you're above your 20. Nice close above the 20. Next target would be the 111.24, which would be your 50. So I'm actually looking at more around the 110 area right now, the 104 area than the 110 area. Affirm, so nice push up into the Bollinger Bands on Friday. This one's definitely come alive as well. Affirm 15-minute chart, you can see it pulled back in pre-market and ripped. But it traded a lot like the market. We'll see the same price action with the SPY there. Providing some really nice intraday trends. Amazon was cooling off on Friday. AMC, look at that big move. I mean, you can see the entries coming back, flagging into your 9, entry, flagging into your 9, entry, flagging into your 9. Just a really nice move. Overall, strong, very strong on Friday, over 1 million contracts. I posted a number in the chat, over 1 million contracts traded Friday, well over 1 million. AMD intraday price action, you can see we pulled back due to them farm numbers, ripped, but it just like the market could not take out those pre-market levels there. 104 is a big spot. We need to get above 104. If we get above that, we can probably rip up, like I say, 110. So you can see Amazon here on the daily. We had that big gap up. So, approaching the 200, I would like to see this pull back some or consolidate, pull back a little bit, consolidate, let that 9 catch up. Just a little extended there to be trying to swing. Apple, same setup, couldn't, come back, pull back, non-farm payroll, the job numbers come in, we pull back, we push back to pre-market levels, push back, just couldn't take those levels out. We want to see that in several charts. Apple weekly, got this nice little rounded bottom here, putting in a nice little cup. Same thing we have on the daily chart, strong chart. Go back 1 second. You can see we are above all our major moving averages here. We're above all of them. You got the 50, the 9, the 20, the 200 way down here. So this weekly chart looks really good. It's one of the stronger looking charts right now. Boeing flagging back into the 9. I'd watch this for a push off the 9, a buy the 9 type strategy. Beyond Meat, they come after this with volume. So they come after this. Watch this level for resistance right into the Bollinger Band. Watch this level for resistance. If they come after it again, I would not be looking to swing it, but I will definitely get in, move in and out of it. MACD's wanting to cross. That was an earnings move there. Bitcoin's still struggling with this 9 and 20 there. The way Bitcoin's has been correlated with the market for quite some time, I'm a little worried about that. Actually have concerns with the market just due to that right there. So you can see Boeing, we've been chopping around. As you can see, it's forming a flag, waiting on the 9 to catch up. CCJ, heavy flow coming in on this one. I have added quite a few material charts for this particular video. Not super bullish on the material sector right now, but individual names they are coming for. Really nice candle on Friday. Nice MACD. This is a nice chart. Got this little tabletop here above that area. It looks like it's go time to me. Looks like it's still struggling with some gap here, possibly. I could draw some lines on that. Chewy, back above this resistance level, had this cup, tried to take it out, pulled back, put in this little handle here, trying to push up. I watched the 200 for resistance there. You got over $1 to make money, so there is room to make money. CVS, I believe this was an earnings move. I'm not sure, but anyway, it got some attention, gapped up. Outside of the Bollinger Bands here, trying to get back inside. There's some news, posted some news in the Discord today about them acquiring somebody, possibly acquiring somebody, and that would cause CVS to pull back on the initial news. Usually the company being acquired shoots up, the company doing the acquiring pulls back. So if we do get news to come out about that, let's watch this for a move down. Definitely has room back to that 209. CVX, nice candle on Friday, but right into the 950 there. CVX again, 15-minute chart, big push at open, and then just chopped around. Energy was strong Friday. DraftKings, once again, nice push up. We've had this one on the radar last few days. Big push up, earnings move. Look at that volume coming into it. Outside of the Bollinger Band here, like to see it get back inside the Bollinger Band. This one's worth watching tomorrow. Not sure. They may come in at FOMO on it again. Maybe to get a pullback. Either way, watch. Let the price do the talking. Listen to the price action. Listen to the market. You can see FDX here, FedEx. I like FedEx over top this resistance level here. I like the way it's flagging on the 9 here. I'd like it better over top that resistance level. I would like it better with a better MACD as well. GME, you have this little ascending triangle. It's nothing textbook. I would like to see more touch points. But you can see it's respecting this trend line here. Back up. We take this level out. Watch for a move up. If they come after AMC and the Mimi names, definitely worth watching. GE, you have this little cup and handle, or to me, it's flagging on the 9 with a rounded bottom. But either way you want to look at it, chart's bullish. GM looks really good here, been pushing, has pulled back to the 9 here. So let's watch the 9 for a push up. Ford looks good as well. I just couldn't post all the charts I wanted to. There's over 100 in this video now. Goldman Sachs, we started watching this last week. We had it on the video because it pushed up. It has flagged off this 9, forming a tabletop. Watch that for a push up. If it does go, 200 resistance would be your first target. Google, Google's not really been doing a whole lot, just kind of trading in this little channel here. So we're back at a resistance level. 9's catching up. See if we can take this out. We'd be bullish. If we can't, we're at a level of interest. We may be able to get a pullback here. I'm hoping that it'll push up. There's plenty of names that have been run. There's a few names just like Google that they can come after and give some of these other names a break. That's really what we need. The Qs, I'm bullish over top this line right here. Nice push. Breaking out of the ascending triangle. Come back up. And continue to push, took this level out. This is the level I'm worried about with other indices. The Qs was able to take it out. So a nice bounce off the Bollinger Band here coming back. Hopefully this will hang out for a day. Tomorrow I would love to see another, just a choppy day. I mean, I would rather trend for the money, but for overall market health, hopefully we can chop, let this 9 catch up, and that way we can get a nice push off that 9. You can see the same thing. We pulled back, job numbers, pushed up, couldn't do anything with the pre-market levels, couldn't even take it back. Qs as well on the weekly, above the 200 there, nice looking chart, or above the 20. iRobot, this had news with Amazon. This is worth watching. Look at that volume that poured into it. Definitely worth watching. I think the number is 61 on that, so that can definitely go to 61 if that news comes in. Oh, excuse me. Bonds pull back on Friday. IWM, above our major moving averages, except for the 50 up here. Watch that for a move up. I'm definitely not going to get that in one day, but that would be our next target if we continue to push up. We have taken this downtrend out now above all the rest of the major moving averages except for that 50, so that is the next target. IWM daily, once again, this is that area that I'm worried about right here. We did push above it on Friday, just barely peaked above this line. I like it there. I'm hoping tomorrow morning we open up above that and we can look for a push up. banks are helping there. Strong banks are definitely help the IWM and the SPY move as well. You can see how the IWM was a little stronger than the rest of the indices. It was able to take out the pre-market levels and continue to push higher throughout the day. Had some really nice trends there to trade, but was able to push up. Each time it went for it, it pushed a little higher. That's a sign of strength. Lockheed Martin, I'd like this. We pushed up over top this resistance level, holding the 50. So we pushed up over top the 50 as well. Took this downtrend out, 9 catching up. Watch this for a push up this week. Mara, still trading in this tabletop. We did push above it this one day. And this is, so we talk about confirmation candle a lot. In this case, you took that level out, but you didn't get a confirmation candle. It ended up pulling back. So we're still trading right at this level. Hopefully tomorrow's candle will open up above that level and then we can push up. I would watch coin as well. Marvel, we've been talking about this chart, bullish. Taking a little time off, waiting for this 9 to catch up. Possibly get a buy the 9 strategy there. Meta weekly, still under this wedge, still under your moving averages there. Meta daily, chopping around, still your 50s resistance right there. But you are back above your 9, and your 20 is also offering some resistance. Pretty choppy right there. You can see Meta tried to take out pre-market levels and then got rejected back down, but it did go for it. In this case, you can see we've probably found some resistance right here in this area, taking those levels out and then pulled back the rest of the day. Didn't even try to go back for them. MU's respecting this trend line. They have run the other semis up, so I'm thinking just a possibility they may start coming for some of these. We did try to push up. We pulled right back to the 9 here, right back to the 9. There's trend lines. Let's see if we can get a push. MACD is kind of fading out there. Microsoft daily chart, nice push, flagged a little bit, pushed up, and now it's just kind of basing here, letting the 9 catch up. 9 catches up, we can go for another push. Right here for Microsoft, we have took out that end of May, beginning of June area, so we're already above that. So that's a good sign. You can see the 15-minute chart here, been trading kind of choppy. Just like the rest of them, non-farm payroll, pulled back, couldn't take out the pre-market levels. There was plenty of names that did run, though. That's why we put a few extra charts on this weekend as well. Microsoft here, this is the weekly chart, above the 20, above the 9, above the 20. The 50-day on the weekly would be the next target. Moderna, the one-hit wonder here. This is the one that I totally missed. Didn't realize they had earnings. I was expecting a down move off this candle, and this thing popped on earnings. Took the 200 out the next day. It's back below the 200. Possibly see a pullback here to the 9. Let the price tell the story. Just don't come in here and buy puts. Let the price action tell the story. MRL, we did dip below this resistance level. Got back above it. Want to see where we open tomorrow. This MACD is definitely trying to roll. Netflix still flagging here on the 9. Got a nice little tabletop here. Still looking for a push up. NEO, I'm actually bullish on NEO right now. It's taking this downtrend out. It's back above your major moving averages. MACD looks like it wants to cross, getting a reversal off of the 0 line here. So this is one thing I like to look for. I'm always, the MACD is a very powerful tool if you know how to use it. Watching this 0 line here to see if we can get a push up from right here. NVIDIA, strong move. We've been watching this chart right into resistance. So let's see what happens here. So would not hurt to get a pullback, to chop around for a day, pull back to the 9, then come back at these levels. Wouldn't hurt to open up above them tomorrow neither and then continue to push up. Oxy, strong push it open and chopped around the rest of the day. A lot of energy charts did that, but we were on that strong push it open. This is Oxy's daily chart. You can see we were coming back down towards resistance and pushed up. I think their earnings were a little off. I've looked at so much stuff this weekend. To be honest, Palantir breaking out of this base here, trying to push up, has earnings this week. Be careful with this one. It is, touching the Bollinger Bands. Would love to see a pullback to this 9 and another push up to get it off the bands. That way it has room to move. So this one, Palantir was able to take out the pre-market levels, pull back on non-farm payroll, tested this 200, pushed up, pulled back, and chopped around. Peloton. So we are above the 50 here. 9's wanting to come up. I still think this is, I still think this is a preferably bad company, but this is definitely some day trades here. I personally would not invest into it. It's your choice if you do. Definitely no advice here to invest in this thing, but it is worth day trading. Would like to see some more volume there. Plug, nice push up here. We've been on this thing since the renewable energy. A really nice push up, breaking out of this little ascending triangle here. Right into the 200. So many of these are extended. We may be able to get a pullback on them this week. You can see closed on that little tight spinning top there. Very possible we can see a pullback at least to the 9 to continue to push up. Raytheon, just been chopping around here, and I just wanted to point it out. We are coming off from a area of interest. Your downtrend, we come up, almost touched that downtrend and trying to pull back. We tested the 200, pushed back up. So this is kind of a no trade area for me, right in between these moving averages like this. But if we do pull back and get under this 200, I would look for a move down to this trend line. If not, I'm not really that interested into it until it gets up out of here. But I did want to bring it up because of almost touching this trend line. Maybe we can get a move down. You can see coming up here, move down, coming up here, move down, coming up, move down. So every time we end up coming back down that we get near that line. So let's see if that happens this time. Roblox, another one with earnings this week, breaking out of this tight ascending triangle here. Nice push up. Coming up into a resistance level. So if this thing has good earnings, this thing tries to run, watch this resistance level. I would love to see it pull back once again, let it get back on the 9, and see if we can get a push up from there. Run, super bullish on that news. They just bought it, got above the 200, tried to run, but every day it's been pulling back. So that's starting to see a sign of weakness. It's like it's almost FOMOing into it, and the bears are pulling it out. Bulls are FOMOing, bears are pulling it back. So I would not be surprised to see a move back to the 200. If the 200 can't hold, watch for the 9. Listen, guys, they could come in and run it up tomorrow. We have no idea. We just try to look at the charts, trying to get an idea of what's going on. You can see the SPX here. This is the level to worry about with the SPX. You can see touch points here, but this is the big level that, the end of May, the beginning of June, the area we've been talking about, but you can see this level has been touched before. We need to take this out to be bullish on this market right now. 9's coming up underneath of it. Something's bound to happen here soon. Either we're going to lose it and pull back, or we're going to be able to take this out. So tomorrow will be a big day. I'd like to see another chop day, let some things cool off, and then hopefully we can push on Tuesday. I think that would be a little more beneficial for the market. You can see SPXs. We don't looked at the weekly chart once. Somehow 2 charts got on here. Got to fix that. CRM. So we had this little basically like a price wedge here, price wedging into your moving average to your 9, and then we pushed up. Still watching this. It's a decent chart. I would keep an eye on it. CRM 15, same thing. We pulled back on that the job numbers, pushed, but we couldn't retake the pre-market levels. And that's really fine because it's letting the 9 catch up for some of the ones that were extended, and it gave them a chance to come after some of them other names. Snow just took this trend out here. So we've been coming up here, tapping its head here, pulling back, come up, tapped it again, pull back. this time was able to take this level out. Watch this for a move up. I don't like the Bollinger Bands. They're not really opening up for the price. Considering the Bollinger Bands have been right here on it, you would think they would start to be opening up by now, and they're really not. MACD's not looking that good. Definitely worth keeping an eye on, but there's a few things there I'm not really so sure about. SoFi had that big push on earnings, a better than expected earnings, and is consolidating right now. I would like this better coming back down. I would like to have it pull back. This so far extended, it's outside your Bollinger Bands. I would like to see this come back to the 9. I don't know if the 9's obviously going to catch up why it's coming back, but I would like to see a retest of this level right here. That would be a really good entry point. I don't think you could, but I'm not too sure it's going to pull back that far. But I would like it better inside of these Bollinger Bands, away from the edge with the 9 catching up to it. I think it's a little extended there, and that 9 needs to catch up to continue to push up. The SPY weekly, holding this 20 nicely. Not a big week like the previous week, but we had a decent week, and they come after plenty of other names while the indices are cooling off. Okay, so you got the SPY 15-minute chart, same thing. We couldn't even get back to pre-market levels. Square, another nice push up. Earnings come in. They tried to dip back, then they come back after it, and it pulled back again. Would like to see the 9 catch up and continue to push. Need to stay inside of the Bollinger Bands. We get outside of the Bollinger Bands, it likes to pull back, like right there, pushed up and then rip back. I will trade something like that, but I feel better if it's not sticking way out of the Bollinger Bands like that and have it back closer to the 9. STLD, this is a material stock. It's a steel stock. I really like this. A lot of flow come in for considering the normal flow on these steel names lately. This had some decent flow on it. FCX had more. I didn't put that chart on here. There's NUE, FCX, Vail. Keep an eye on all these this week. This is a nice chart. You got this little rounded bottom here. We took the trend line out, putting a base here, waiting on a 9 to catch up. Tried to push Friday. It's a really nice looking chart. The monthly chart looks good here as well. XLK, the tech sector. Nice push up and kind of pull back a little bit Friday and then re-push back up. And I like that because it's giving it time. It's basically building a base here, just a small one, but letting the 9 catch up. I'd like to see this 9 catch up for a continued push higher. Watch your 200 for resistance if it does push. Tesla, nice little cup here on the weekly. We did push into this 50 and got rejected last week. So Tesla 200, we took it out on the daily, got pulled back. We're actually below the 9 now. 3-to-1 split. Musk was being Musk during the meeting, and I think that may have some of the reasons why it pulled back. Either way, it pays. It's a very nice paying stock if you know how to trade it. I trade it every day. Twitter here, we were watching this base pushed up, flag right back into your 9, pushed up again. This is the buy the 9 strategy I'm always talking about. When we come into this 9, that's when I'm paying attention to them. We come into the 9. This time we got above the 200. Hopefully tomorrow's candle will open up above this 200. The MACD's trying to pinch a little bit. Already open, but looks like it wants to spread a little more. Uber, nice push. They had earnings as well. Watch your 200 here for resistance. We could hit this 200 and pull back a little bit. So maybe able to catch some short opportunity there. Just a small short. I don't mean open it up and ride the week out. I mean trade it. Everything needs to be traded responsibly. UNG chopped around Friday. Well, in pre-market, it pulled back and opened. It actually ripped, took out the pre-market levels. Showed some relative strength there for a little while. Got back above this resistance level, which then becomes support, and then lost it towards the end of the day. Give a decent trend there to change. UNP. This is a railroad. There's a couple railroads. I have been talking about transports. in the Discord in the mornings, been saying transports are looking better, transports are looking better. And nice looking chart here. Watch this for a push up. It's a slower move. Ups. I like this chart as well. We looked at FedEx. So we pushed up, put in the space, waiting on the 9, pushed up into the 200. We have to take this 200 out to be bullish. UNG's daily chart, you can see this 9's trying to roll here. So this could be a sign. We put this cup, we were expecting a handle, we're pushing up, trying to take this 9 out. Seeing some signals there. Seeing the 9, looks like it wants to roll over as well. MACD's possibly rolling over. I would watch this for some short side, honestly. I don't mean it's going to go down to put new lows in, but you know, maybe we can catch some trades to the short side. Upstart's back above these moving averages here. See how this 9's turning up, 20 starting to turn up. I'd watch this for the 9 to help push it up. First target, if it does go, would be your 50. You can see much stronger than a lot of the other stocks on Friday. You know, when they pull back, they couldn't take out pre-market levels. This thing ripped, had big pullback, nice trade to the upside, nice trade back. So in pre-market, just pull back to your 200 on your 15. You got to push there. When it did pull back, come right back to your 200 on your 15. That could have been the spot to look for a trade. When it did push up, it cleared your moving averages, come back, retested them. That could have been an entry for a trade there, pushing back up. X, another steel name. They had earnings, but this has a nice flag into the 9 that we've been watching. Had this nice push up outside the Bollinger Bands, flagged back into your 9. Now that we're here, we're going to look for a push up off the 9. Wells Fargo, putting in this nice base here, still watching for a move up. A lot of the banks have a similar chart. You can see right here, banks were on fire on Friday. Look at this. This is a line that's been on the chart for a while. We wicked right into it. We wicked into it on Wednesday. So this was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You can see how these things, you know, we've been catching these runs on the banks. So definitely pay attention. If we call the banks out, there could be trades there. XLF, flagging on the 9 here, trying to push up. Definitely watch this one as well. It's another one we've been watching. We went up, took out the gap, come back, tested the 9. Now hopefully we can get a push up. So you got a high, you pull back to put in a low. What do we expect now? A higher high. Simple price waves, you know, just understanding simple price action and price waves will make you a ton of money. ExxonMobil pushing back up into this resistance level. So we pulled back Friday. We tried to get a push on energy right into some moving averages here and the resistance level. So it's worth watching. I'd like to get above this level right here. Basically like to get above Friday's candle body. And back to AMC. This concludes our video for today. You know, guys, try to be careful this week just in case they do try to pull the market back. We've had a lot of big pushes. Now, you know, we just seen that on a lot of charts. We could use a pullback to the 9 here. I don't mean pull back to a whole new low, just a pullback to the 9. The market seems extremely bullish. We're still going to have a lot of FUD coming in this week with the Fed members, the Fed governor speaking. You know, don't let any of that affect your opinion, overly affect your opinion. Have a great day, guys. I hope you get some rest and relaxation, and I'll see you in the trading room tomorrow.